My top tip for having peace of mind as a parent is to understand your child. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we all came with a manual that said, this is how your child operates? Wouldn't it be amazing? So when we don't have peace of mind, it's because we don't understand our children. And specifically when it comes to their behavior, their emotions, their thinking, it's always a guessing game. I don't know if you can remember those first 2 years when, they were still learning to walk and crawl and talk. It was a constant guessing game, specifically in the beginning, because all they would do is cry or moan or groan or sleep or eat. And we never really knew what was going on with them. But as they grow older, it does get a little bit better, but you still kind of go, well, you know what? I wish I had that manual, because why is my firstborn so different to my secondborn or my thirdborn? Because they're all so different. But the one thing that we all have in common is, as human beings, are our emotions. All of us have emotions. Now, the thing is that we do feel different emotions at different times for different reasons, but we all have emotions, and emotions are a language. Emotions tell us when we don't feel good. They tell us when we're uncomfortable, when we feel unsafe, when we feel stressed out, when we feel anxious. So it really is this complete language of its own. And if you can remember when you had your baby, especially moms are very in tune with their baby's emotions, or what's going on with them, and you learn to differentiate between their cries. It's like when they're hungry just from a different cry that they have to when they are wet or to when they are sleepy. So you start learning how to decipher their different cries. Now, it's the same thing with emotions. When you understand the emotions, you understand what the distress is. But it's not just the emotions that you look at, it's also at the behavior. Now, the interesting thing about emotions are that emotions create the behavior, and it's the thoughts that create the emotions. So when you understand all of those and you can put them together, you have a clearer understanding of what's going on with your child. Now, to add to the mix as well, you then look at their different characteristics and their personalities and their temperaments and their paces. So basically, each child is a different personality. They show up in different ways. They have their own little quirky ways. That's their personality. The character is all about their values and about how they do things, their sense of kindness or compassion. And it's interesting that you'll find not all children, even that are raised in the same home, have the same characters. They just don't, because they choose in a way what they want the character to be like. Now, temperaments are very much in line with pace. So some children are really fast-paced, other children are slow-paced. And then also we have different love languages. So if you look at a love language, it's basically how you feel love, how you express love. And we're all different in that way as well. There was a fantastic book, The Five Languages, Gary Chapman, I think, wrote it, The Five Languages of Love. And basically he says that, some people prefer quality time, some people prefer gifts, some people prefer words. So there's these different love languages that we all feel and express. Now, the other thing that's different about us is that we all have different learning styles. So some children learn in an auditory manner. Some people learn more by sight, other people by feeling, which they call kinesthetic. So we have these different learning styles. And then as parents and as teachers, we all have different parenting styles. So you can now see that there's this diverse ecology, if you'd like, that makes you who you are and that makes your child who they are. So in order for you to have peace of mind, I'm going to help you to understand all those different components in this channel. I'm going to break them down for you, going to explain to you where emotions come from, how they're created in the brain, the different personality types, the different temperaments, the different love languages, how the brain works, how the body is affected by feelings and emotions. And it's all really, really interesting. But what I love about the subject is how much it will transform your life, your relationship with your child, and how you can pass this information on to them so that not only you, but that they feel completely comfortable in their own skin, knowing that it's okay for them to be who they are, that you can be who you are, because as you learn more about them, you're going to be learning more about you. And what better way to be able to connect to each other as a family, understanding and knowing and respecting your diversity and how unique you all are. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel. And if you find it helpful, share it with somebody else as well. But every week I drop new content to help you to understand yourself and your child so that you can have a more happier, healthier, connected relationship.